Most people imagine that when Prince William travels the world, it looks like a royal parade. Crowds cheering, cameras flashing, convoys of cars shutting down entire streets. But the truth is almost the opposite. Some of his most important trips happen so quietly that most people never even realize he was there. No royal announcement, no giant motorcade, sometimes not even a visible security presence. And the reason why reveals something fascinating about how modern royalty really moves around the world. Because when Prince William truly wants to travel unnoticed, he follows a system that has been perfected for decades. And it starts long before the plane even leaves the ground. When people think of royal travel, they imagine massive luxury aircraft and giant teams of staff. But for many private movements, the strategy is surprisingly different. Instead of large, obvious aircraft, the travel planners often choose smaller government jets or chartered planes that blend in with normal air traffic. The goal is simple: do not attract attention. In some cases, the aircraft used by Prince William looks almost identical to planes used by business executives. No royal crest painted on the side, no public fanfare at the airport, just another plane sitting quietly on the runway. And sometimes the departure does not even happen at the main airport. This is where the system becomes even more interesting. Many royal departures happen from private terminals known as executive aviation centers. These terminals sit away from the crowded passenger areas. Inside, there are no long security lines, no busy crowds filming everything on their phones, just quiet lounges and discreet entrances. Within minutes, passengers can move directly from a secure car into the aircraft. For someone like Prince William, this allows a trip to begin almost invisibly. But that is only the first layer, because the real secret behind royal travel is timing. Most people travel during predictable hours: morning departures, afternoon arrivals. Royal planners often do the opposite. Flights may leave very early in the morning when airports are quiet, or late at night when fewer people are watching. To an outside observer, the aircraft simply becomes another routine flight on a busy runway. And that is exactly the point. But here is something most people never realize. Even when Prince William appears to be traveling publicly, there are often multiple layers of movement happening at the same time. Security teams sometimes arrive hours before he does. They quietly check routes, buildings, and entrances. Vehicles may already be waiting in secure areas before the aircraft lands. To the public, it may look like a simple arrival. In reality, it has been carefully mapped out in advance. But the biggest secret in royal travel is not the plane or the timing. It is the routes. When Prince William travels to another country, the official itinerary released to the public often reveals only a small part of the plan. Some movements stay private for security reasons. For example, he might land in one city but quietly travel to another location immediately after arrival. This can happen by helicopter, by secure vehicle convoy, or sometimes by another small aircraft. The public only sees the official appearance later. Everything before that moment remains invisible. This strategy allows the royal family to move safely without drawing massive attention everywhere they go. And it explains why some sightings of Prince William surprise people completely. A restaurant guest suddenly realizes the future King of Britain is sitting a few tables away. Travelers notice a familiar face walking quickly through a quiet airport corridor. Moments like this feel shocking because most people assume royalty travels loudly. In reality, the opposite can be true. Prince William also learned something important from watching his father, King Charles, and his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth. Visibility must be controlled. Too much exposure creates security risks. Too little exposure weakens public connection. So royal travel balances both. Sometimes a visit is designed to be highly visible. Crowds gather. Cameras broadcast the event across the world. Every step is carefully scheduled. Other times, the trip is designed to stay almost completely out of the spotlight. Private meetings, quiet charity visits, conversations with leaders that never appear on television. These quieter trips often matter just as much as the public ones, and they reveal another part of Prince William's travel style: efficiency. Unlike the travel habits of celebrities or billionaires who may stay weeks in luxury resorts, royal trips often run on extremely tight schedules. A single day might include meetings with government officials, visits to community projects, and private discussions with charities. Several cities can be visited within 48 hours. This means transportation has to run with near-perfect precision. Cars are positioned before arrival. Helicopters are fueled and waiting. Backup plans exist in case weather or security conditions change suddenly. From the outside, it may look simple. Behind the scenes, it is closer to a military-level operation. But something else about Prince William's travel has changed in recent years. Technology. In the past, royal movements were easier to keep quiet because information traveled slowly. Today, almost everyone carries a phone capable of recording video instantly. A single photo shared online can reveal a location within minutes. So royal planners now include digital monitoring as part of travel security. Teams watch social media for sudden posts showing unexpected sightings. If information spreads too quickly, routes can be adjusted or arrivals moved. This constant monitoring helps protect privacy while allowing William to continue meeting people around the world. And despite all the planning, something interesting still happens during many trips. People often notice how normal the moment feels. A passenger might see Prince William walking calmly through a private airport hallway. Someone in a small town might watch him step out of a car with only a few staff nearby. There are no giant royal announcements in those moments, just a brief glimpse of someone who happens to be one of the most recognizable figures on the planet. This quiet approach reflects something about William himself. He grew up under enormous media attention. Cameras followed many parts of his childhood. Because of that, he understands the value of privacy more than most public figures. Traveling quietly allows him to focus on the purpose of the trip rather than the spectacle around it. It also allows him to meet people in more natural environments. When large crowds gather, the interaction becomes formal. When the visit is smaller, the conversation can feel real. Teachers speak openly about challenges in schools. Doctors explain problems inside hospitals. Community leaders share ideas without the pressure of a global audience watching. These quieter discussions often shape the projects Prince William later supports publicly. And that leads to one of the most interesting parts of royal travel. Some of the most important meetings never appear in headlines. They happen inside private offices, charity centers, or small conference rooms far away from cameras. Ideas are exchanged. Partnerships are formed. Plans for future initiatives begin taking shape. Months later, the public might see the result announced on a stage somewhere in London or New York. But the first conversation may have happened during a quiet trip few people knew about. Even the accommodation during these visits can surprise people. Instead of massive palaces or luxury hotels, some trips involve staying inside government residences or secure guest houses. Comfortable, but discreet. Again, the goal is to keep movement controlled and low profile. The fewer people involved, the easier it becomes to maintain privacy and safety. And sometimes the most fascinating detail about Prince William's travel is how quickly it ends. A visit that dominates headlines for a day might represent only a few hours on the ground. The aircraft arrives quietly. Meetings take place. A public appearance happens. Then the plane departs again before most of the city even realizes he was there. Within hours, he may be in another country continuing the same process. To the outside world, it feels like a major event. For the royal team, it is simply another carefully coordinated movement. But when you look closely at how Prince William secretly travels, one thing becomes clear. Royal life in the modern world is not just about ceremonies and palaces. It is about movement. Precise, controlled, and often invisible movement across countries, cities, and communities. Private terminals, quiet aircraft, carefully timed arrivals, all designed to allow the future king to move through the world without the noise people expect. Which means the next time headlines suddenly report that Prince William has appeared somewhere unexpected, there is a good chance the journey actually started long before anyone noticed. And by the time the world begins talking about it, he may already be somewhere else entirely.